Hi everyone, it's Kristi. I want to show you how to put together this little journal. This was inspired by Susie over at Creative Cafe Girl. This uses one of the 12 by 15 merchandise bags that we used for the Vintage Days Grunge Journal. And I just want to show you this real quick. I've used a seam binding here, but just wrapped it around a couple of times, nothing major. And this has a funny story I'll share with you in a minute. But if you open it this way, you've got a pocket. There's a pocket in the back behind that pocket. So it's a double pocket, and you could put something taller in there. You've got journal pages, and I left these blank. I didn't do anything to the pages. I just added ephemera to the pocket. And I'm using the Sunflower Bloom by Artymaze. And then you turn this, there's another pocket. Here's another little mini journal, and then another pocket, and then there's the back. And then when you open this, you have a little tuck here with some tickets and other ephemera, a banner. There's a pocket here with some more tickets. This is a paper bag that I've got inside here. There's an coin envelope and a small envelope. They just tuck right in there. And then there is a pocket here. I've got some journal paper. It's been coffee dyed on the back, and I've just tucked that in that pocket. Here's another one of the tags from the kit, and more blank journal pages. Another pocket with some more journal pages and a tag, and then there's a couple more envelopes in here, and another pocket, a tuck, etc. And then you're back to the beginning. This is a dos-a-dos book, or some people call it do-si-do. But the actual idea for dos-a-dos is hundreds of years old. I believe it started in the 12th, either in the 12th century or in the 1200s. I'm not sure. In the churches, they would have the scriptures on one side, and then on the other side they would have the songbook, so that it was one book, but it had two covers. This one, of course, is 3 instead of 2. But still, nonetheless, this is super fun. And like I said, I just tied a ribbon around it and to close it. So let's make one. I've been busy today. I got up and I had my coffee. I've been to the grocery store. I packaged 5 orders. I paid all my bills, and I made this whole journal from start to finish, and it is right now 1:18. So this can be done in an afternoon or a day, depending on how fast you want to work on it. I wanted to get it done so I could show it to you, but here's our merchandise bag. Now I have crumpled it up because I wanted it to be a little grungy. In fact, I didn't do this on the last one, but I think I'm going to go ahead and kind of do a little bit of ink on this one, just to, you could do this with any color. It can give you a faux leather to a faux alligator to, any kind of thing. So, but I just like the way it looks when you can see the veining. I think it's fun. Now on the one I just showed you, I trimmed off this piece here so that it was even. But I found when I pre-folded this so I could compare, it only gave me about 1/8 of an inch wider book. So not a big deal. And I think we want to have this on the cover so that we can slip some things in there. In fact, what I'll do is probably maybe even fold that over. I don't know. There's lots of things you can do, but for right now I'm not going to worry about it. So I've got this upside down. This is the bottom seam here. I want to add a little bit of glue to that. Otherwise, it's going to pretty much drive me insane. Let's see if we can get some of that to lay down a little better. Okay. And now I have glue on my elbow. Okay. So I've got the opening to the left and I have the bottom seam here. And I'm going to fold this up and let's see. It's 3.5 inches I'm folding up because I want the book to be 8.5. It's going to be approximately 8.5 by 5.5. So I've got a little kink there. It's not going straight for some reason. Okay. Okay. So now we want to flip it over and fold it in half. And I'm using that outside measurement to fold that in half, the outside of that flap. Probably should have inked it after, it might have been easier for you to see, but I think you get the idea. And then I'm going to fold these in like that, flip it over, fold this one in, and lay it down flat. Use your bone folder if you want to. Okay, so that is basically how you make this book. Now when you open it, you have the two pockets, and then on the back side there's no pockets. But what I did for the one pocket is I took another paper bag. I mean, we're doing paper bags, right? This was the 12 by 15 merchandise bag. This is a basic small 5 by 11 lunch bag. And all I'm going to do is fold this up and cut the bottom off right along this line. Okay, now save this. This makes a great in-between piece for a journal card. Okay, so I have a stack of those over here in my bin that I keep. Okay, now I'm going to open this out all the way, flatten it down. I'll open this side. Oh, it's crinkled here. There we go. I'm going to use my bone folder here, bring that out a little bit carefully so I don't tear it because this is super thin. Okay, and then this is going to be that piece that was in the middle of the back side. Now, it is too big right now to fit in this book. So, I guess I should probably keep this over here so I can see how big I made things and measure. This piece is going to be this. Okay, so what I did was I folded up on the line, which is where we pulled it out, and that made it 6.5. And then I cut it at 6.5. Okay, so when I fold, doesn't really matter which way you fold, but fold this up. That's going to give us the pocket, and then I'm going to fold this. I'm using this fold line as a guide because this is a little bit crooked sometimes. So, but because I made that fold, I'm going to go ahead and go over that way, and we have, this is 6.5. Let's put it on here, make sure. Yep, 6.5, and that is with the pocket, but way too big. So what I'm going to do is trim this down, this piece, to 6.5 this way. But because it's folded, I'm just going to do 3.25. Okay, just like that. And there's our little pocket. Now, on the last one, I goofed. So let me show you my mistake so that you won't repeat it. It turned out fine. Oops, on this side. But because I sewed this piece down, I couldn't get in this pocket all the way. So I have just short things that can fit in there. So I'm going to glue the pocket down this time. But let's punch a little notch. It's 6.5, so we want to go 3 1/4. There we go. I mean, nothing is a huge mistake. You can always fix it or use it. But yeah, I'm just going to glue this and this. And then that way that is still open. Now I can, there's this little piece in here, I probably want to glue this piece that's inside here. So don't need a lot of glue there. Could have done that first, but not always easy to see these things when at first. And then it's like, oh, guess that wants to be shut too. Okay. Alrighty. By the way, I keep meaning to mention, guys, you don't need to adjust your monitors or TV or whatever. I did flip my mat over. Oh, I got some acetone on there. It's not good. So I'm on the pink side. The blue side was just too much getting to me. Okay. So that is the piece that will go in the back and with the pockets. And then we will have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of coffee dyed lined paper that are there. And then on the front here, I'm using the background pages. Now I did use the Traveler's Notebook Kit by Artymaze, and the Traveler's Notebook Kit has the background pages and the ephemera, and I used completely the Traveler's Notebook Kit. But I do want to tell you about this cover here. One of the pages that I printed out because I wasn't paying attention was the title page that said Artymaze Sunflower Bloom Travel Notebook Size. And I was like, well, I probably didn't need to print that page out because there's another page just like this in the book. But what I decided to do was cut the ones off the end. There was this one on one end and this one was on the other end. Something like that. And I thought I really liked this paper right here, so I'm going to have to go through and find out where she has that paper hidden. I really like that pattern. But I thought, you know, this is a tall skinny journal, how cute would that look on there? And then I added one of her little freebie titles to the center, and I really like how that turned out. So what I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm not going to walk you through step by step because I've shown you how to make the you know, basic outline of the journal. And what you're going to do, let me just tell you what you're going to do. You don't have to sew it on the machine. I did because I like to do it that way. But in the middle of the back piece, I took this and the papers I wanted in here, and I sewed right down the middle. And then I flipped it over, pushed these out of the way because everything's really flexible, and I sewed this mini journal, folded that back, went over to this side, and I sewed that mini journal on. And then I just started stuffing it with ephemera. So I'm going to have to cut all the papers. I have the ephemera cut, but I don't have the background pages cut. Basically, I just wanted to show you how this is put together because this is different and it's a paper bag or 2. And you could even just take 3 of these and sew them in here like that. And yeah, make that 3 times and just tuck things in. Put blank coffee dyed paper. I mean, there's all kinds of ways you could use this, but this is so much fun. So I am not going to go through it with you. I just wanted to show you how to put together the bag itself. So my next video is just going to be a flip through, and then we're going to move on to the I'm totally blank. The piano roll. And I think I'm going to go into my archives of my old digital scrapbook days and pull out one of my digitals that I created back in the day. I used to do digital scrapbook kits, and I would give them away for free online. And I had a few takers, not a lot. I tried to do Etsy, but this was like 15 years ago. But I didn't have a YouTube channel, and YouTube channel helps drive business to my Etsy. Oh, by the way, I want to thank all of you guys that bought all of the books that are in my Etsy shop. You guys are awesome, and you say the nicest things, and it brings joy to me and makes me know that I'm on the right path and doing what I should be doing right now. So I really appreciate it. Anyway, look for the complete flip through coming up next, and then we'll move right on into the piano roll journal, and I'm going to use my Music of Love scrapbook kit. I'm going to try to convert it to a journal kit. We'll see how it goes. It has a lot of black and red, and maybe a lot of ink. So I'm going to kind of see if I can modify it and use some of the ones that are blended colors. But yeah, that'll be fun. It'll have vintage paper or vintage music and the piano roll, and yeah, I'm excited. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.